black goo arrived on this planet. It was not coming alone. It was coming together with those arcs. And basically the arcs were the batteries to kickstart the process on Earth. There were the batteries to feed the black goo with energy, kind of to run the central computer. Mm-hmm. And by opening one of the boxes, it was kickstarting the cycles of pain and evil. Exactly like described in the Greek mythology. Because if you introduce suffering and pain into the veins of the collective consciousness of a planet, it appears within the beings. And what happens if there's suddenly pain within the consciousness of a being that is unbearable, that you can't just, it's too much, you cannot take it. Then the first thing you develop is a block within the system, and a block not to feel what is within you.
Right.
And this block, it becomes subconscious after a time. And then you have the feeling that there's something bad out there. You try to block, you block it, you don't feel it anymore, but having the block still makes you aware that there's something painful out there. Right. And you project it to the reality. Mm-hmm. So this is the moment where you try to control reality. And this is actually what is giving birth to the free will. It is an energetic process within the body based on pain. And then, in a second step, humans forget what free will is. They think it's something great, they believe it's something to be celebrated. The only thing it is a very, very, very basically self-destructive act to avoid suffering.
Yeah,
and at the same hand, it is the source of further suffering, because the moment you disconnect from this ocean of pain, you disconnect of everything. And this is basically what we experienced as the deterioration of paradise. You disconnect from other beings, you disconnect from Mother Earth, you disconnect from everything, because everything is filled with this pain that was released from the box of the Pandora. And the moment you are disconnected, you stop feeling the pain and you are free. And this looks like a great deal for the first moment. But being disconnected means losing empathy. And losing empathy means that you start bringing pain to other beings, or tolerating that pain is brought to other beings. It makes us blind for all the things happening on this planet. Mm-hmm. I mean, whoever wants to go through the experience of what is happening on this planet, there's a beautiful movie, a documentary. It's called Earthlings, where you can see what we do to animals.
Right.
And I haven't seen a single soul that didn't go through this documentary and didn't come out screaming afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it reconnects you to empathy. And the thing is not, to go into this experience of pain. There's not much sense in it. But there is much sense in experiencing what this disconnection is we are living in. Because of the moment you can track down that yourself are completely disconnected from the creation.
Right.
The moment you realize what this means and what this causes, you can consciously make the decision to reconnect and to start again feeling what is happening.
It's almost like there's a parallel between the autism causing pain and causing a consciousness to disassociate with its body, and then the pain that was introduced to the Earth that has caused humanity to sort of disassociate with everything external, with the Earth, with the animals, with the whole ecosystem. There's kind of a parallel there, isn't there?
Brilliant, yeah. I didn't think about it yet. I think you got it.
Well, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but, you know, I like to think that this isn't completely over my head. But it is a big thing to kind of digest and unpack. But, yeah, we are told free will is a positive, but it definitely seems like maybe it's kind of there's a mind game going on right there when you talk about free will.
Yeah. Free will is the short path to being pain-free.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the only thing you get from it. You know, from there on, you only lose.
Right. In your book, you and Kara talk a lot about creating your reality and imagination, and that there's a different way things are supposed to be here, and that we've given our power, you know, to the elite who have used black magic against us and have kind of taken that away. I think some people might incorrectly associate free will with manifesting reality, but these are, I guess, kind of two different things. It almost seems like this free will aspect is a bastardization of true creation, of true imagination, and the way the world is supposed to be. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I can try to go into details a bit.
Sure.
You need the flower of life type field geometry to manifest reality. Mm-hmm. The binary fields, they are around, they can communicate in a way, but they never create matter, they never create reality, in the sense that a morphogenesis is created in nature. Mm-hmm. So if you look at reality from the perspective of the binary field structure, it's completely lost. It is powerless. It cannot create its own reality. The only thing it can do, it can manipulate. And it can collect experience about successful and unsuccessful manipulation. So this is all about predictive behavior. Mm-hmm. Yeah? And then it slowly learned to manipulate beings that have still the ability to create real reality. To manipulate those beings to create a reality that is convenient to the binary field structure. Mm-hmm. And this brings us to the two different concepts that are run on this planet. One concept is control, which is basically a concept of the dark entities controlling everything. This is what politics is about. This is what money is about. It's all about control. Mm-hmm. So basically the entire field of culture that is control-based is demonic. And the other side is manifestation of reality.
Okay.
If we 100% align our heart energy, if we open our heart and align our thinking, the pictures run in our head with the heart and the feeling. This is described in the Bible. You know, it's not in the official version, but the apocryphs cite Jesus with parts of this knowledge. That this is what moves mountains. You know, this is what controls. It doesn't control. This is what manifests reality on the very basis of physics. This is what would give you the ability to make a being of flesh and blood appear in front of you because you created it in that moment.
Mm-hmm. So can they not use the power of manifestation to just create a biological husk for these demons? Can they not use that same power?
The thing is that you need your heart to do this. So creation is a thing that is possible only for a fully developed biology. The dark side cannot create anything. And it cannot create a new biology for the lost souls. It doesn't have the ability. So they are dependent. And another thing, they lost the contact with the source. They're disconnected from the central energy source, which you might call God, that is giving all the love the system is running on. and they cannot access this energy directly. So they are forced to steal, suck, and manipulate. If they wouldn't do this, they would run on lower and lower and lower levels of energy and finally disappear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you cannot even really be angry with them.
Self-preservation.
I know what humans do when they get hungry and are about to starve. They can get ugly as well.
That's true. But man, that really puts a clarity on the subtext of mythology, biblical stories, of things like transhumanism. I mean, this right here might be the core of what all these different sectors are trying to explain.
For me, this is coherent, 100% coherent. All these things go together.
Right.
And also a lot of the old scripts, if you look into it, you can take it by examples. If you look at the description of the Garden of Paradise, you have this tree of life, and right and left of it, if you look on old Greek and Turkish coins, you find two black goo pillars made out of black goo schist. You can of course it's not written black goo on the coin, but these pillars have a certain shape, and if you compare the shape with other traditions, you find it's identical with what is called Shiva's lingam in the Vedic tradition, and the part of Shiva's lingam you will find in the big mosque in Mecca. Yeah, so this all connects, and if you take a chemical analysis of this black stone in the mosque of Mecca, this is alien black goo. And this goes back basically to every religious tradition we can remember as a species. The core of it is worshipping demons, worshipping black goo. And there always is a loving core within religions that can be lived by individuals. I don't want to, damn it all. But all the big institutions basically turned evil in their core. If you look at the Vatican, the walls of the Vaticans, how do you call the thing you put in between the stones when you build a wall?
Oh, the mortar?
The mortar is mixed with the ash of sacrificed humans.
Really?
This is how they build the Vatican, to make sure that the vibes of this building is soaked with this sacrifice energy.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, and I know that every altar in older churches within Europe has a black altar stone, which is a piece of black goo, to make sure that you don't feel love within the building, but you feel something cold and powerful.
Wow.
Yeah? So they all have been playing around with this black magic bullshit. And as I said, the big mosque in Mecca, the Kaaba, contains a piece of black goo.
Let's